Cari videogiocatori e cari videogiocatrici, ben ritrovati qui a The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. Allora, quarta puntata, quarto video che vado a registrare, che sto registrando. Abbiamo risolto la questione acqua, un enigma per scoprire la password, ma poi alla fine si è rivelato inutile. Perché tanto sapevamo già la password. Vado un po' di fretta, scusate, voglio subito andare dritto al sodo perché vorrei finire almeno questa parte qua, la parte di lei, di Aivo. Vediamo se ci riusciamo. Allora, ho fatto una cosa ma non è finita. Chip. La pentola d'oro, è vero, sì. Sì, non mi ricordavo, infatti sono venuto qui solo per parlare di nuovo con Chip. Sì, la pentola d'oro. Esatto, mi manca questo. E poi possiamo sgattaiolare fuori dal regno degli elfi, credo. Ok, da questo regno. Forse qua posso adesso fare qualcosa con il salice. Sì, perché
one can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw, guided by two men. Slish, slash, the teeth of the saw bite into the wood.
stiamo narrando una storia che è un incubo per una pianta, immagino.
The smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow. I feel a bit dirty.
Si è afflosciato, il salice.
You'll see.
Ha fatto vedere da lui lì. Ehi. Allora, scava. Abbiamo una paletta. Dai.
A pot of gold.
La pentola d'oro. E non c'è il folletto, non c'è il leprechaun. Ok, dai, è andata abbastanza bene, subito. Abbiamo 4 chiacchiere ancora con Arbor.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
Vuoi ascoltare anche
I don't need
tu?
your spade anymore. I've put it over there.
Sì, la vanga non mi serve
That's
più.
great. And you've dug a lovely hole too, right in the
Una
middle of
mini
my
vanga in
lawn.
realtà, però.
Ah, sorry about that.
Va bene.
Oh, what the heck. I'll plant it with something.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Da notare anche l'arcobaleno. Molto bello. Allora, abbiamo trovato la pentola d'oro, però mi sa che pesa un po' troppo la pentola, vero? Credo che sia un po' troppo pesante per i nostri gusti. O meglio, per Chip, perché dovrà poi lui... Dov'è Chip? Ho la pentola d'oro, ci pensi tu, però mi sa che è un po' troppo pesante, vero?
Cheap. I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realize it's too
Già.
heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that.
Ah, un elisir, ok. Quindi mi manca... Sì, deve portarla lui perché può volare, noi no. Però stiamo parlando pur sempre di un uccellino. Ho una mezza idea. Io andrei dal padre di là, magari mi può aiutare. Ehi babbo, il re, the king, con le farfalle che gli svolazzano.
Yes, Poppet?
Hypothetically, if Cheep Cheep had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
Ipoteticamente,
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength. Which
eh
you
sì,
have
ha
just
già
done,
capito
have
il
you
papà.
not?
Really?
Of course. But the effect would not last long enough to transport you to...
Sa già
say,
tutto, sa già
Switzerland.
tutto.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right. Bring me some sunflower seeds.
Dovrei già averceli i semi di girasole. Sì, infatti, ecco i
What
semi di
exactly do you
girasole.
want to do
Però
with the
chiediamogli
sunflower
prima
seeds?
perché dei semi di
We'll
girasole.
see. It will make Cheep Cheep strong enough to carry even a heavy load for a short while.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Ce li ho qua.
Good. Keep still.
Un rito magico? Ok. Li ha resi magici.
That's it.
Just give Cheep Cheep these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks.
Eh sì, un incantesimo, vero? Hai lanciato un incantesimo.
Whatever you did to those sunflower seeds looked like magic to me.
Oh no, it was the opposite of magic. Nature, life, pure life.
Ah, natura,
And
vita,
what exactly
pura
do you mean
vita.
by that?
Listen to the wind in the willows and the mole and the toad. They know the answer.
Ok, non illuminarmi più perché ho già
I've got
preso il
quite a lot
trofeo
to think
l'altra volta.
about.
Ok, andiamo.
Bye, little daughter.
Grazie.
See you later, Father.
Grazie per il tuo aiuto. Ok, adesso andiamo da Chip, gli diamo da mangiare questi steroidi di girasole che lo renderanno bello forte. Abbastanza forte da poter portare la pentola d'oro. Ok. Andiamo, no, tanto qua non c'è nulla. No, voglio andare verso... Vabbè. Vabbè, dai, e i comandi adesso sono un po' impazziti. Dettagli.
The only thing I can say in my defense is that is what a weeping willow is meant to look like.
Cattivella. Ehi Chip, ho fatto... Adesso puoi portare la pentola, eh. Mangia che diventi forte,
Ehi,
sano e
Chip.
forte.
Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything?
Adesso diventa... si pompa, diventa grosso, enorme. È uguale a prima, ma mi sembra
Now,
più...
don't exaggerate.
Molto più... Non lo so, più pimpante.
Okay, here.
Come niente.
Oh, I hope it works. But what's he gonna be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as
È
it
cresciuto
is.
anche il suo ego, ok. Va bene, abbiamo fatto quello che dovevamo fare. Ok, è volato. Ah, con la cassa direttamente sopra. Adagiala lì, ok.
Oh, that's overdoing it a bit.
Ok. Ora mi tocca salire su di qua, così ci facciamo prima.
I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it.
C'è qualcosa dentro.
It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff.
Ah, l'ippogrifo, sì.
Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see
Ah,
it?
comprato così allora?
Huh, I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of
Sì.
humankind's capacity to deceive.
Acquisto un po', speriamo bene, dai. Senza visionare la merce. Oh, è rosa. Sì, è praticamente un piccolo ippopotamo con delle ali. Guarda la cassa. Anche se dovrei guardare l'ippopotamo. L'ippogrifo, scusate.
That's a pretty good sign.
È in salute.
The floor of the box has been covered with newspaper. I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there.
Mi sa che c'è rimasto un bel po' dentro a quella scatola, dentro la scatola.
Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger? A bit more griff and a bit less hippo?
Però vola.
Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things.
Ah, non dovrebbe essere così, ok. Sì, perché c'è un'epidemia, un qualcosa in quel paese, Seaston. Hai notato qualcosa, Chip? Visto che sei andato là?
Trace of this epidemic? And everything was normal at the start too? Intimidated? I wonder who they're scared of. I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Allora partiamo? Possiamo... Un attimo. Riesco a... Ok. Sali in sella, vai. Cosa fai? Ivo.
Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit
Ma no,
different
ma
to this?
volevo salire,
Bigger,
no?
Bit more
Che mi ha
griff
dato...
and a bit less hippo?
Abbiamo già ascoltato questo discorso, no? Io voglio salirgli in groppa.
Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things.
O salirle, se è una femmina, non lo so. È rosa, però potrebbe anche non... Vabbè. Ok, dai, mi fai salire? Sì.
You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone?
Seaston.
Right then.
Andiamo subito.
The Archmage. Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
Vai. Beh. Veloce. Abbiamo finito la grande fuga. Ok, abbiamo finito la prima parte, credo, del gioco. Siamo ancora agli inizi, dai, il quarto video. Ce ne saranno tanti, perché sarà un gioco lungo. Qualche giorno prima a Seaston. Ah, ok, quindi prima.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
Ah, è lui il...
Want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
È un nano.
You're a gnome.
Un ognomo,
Can't do
pardon.
magic.
I can and have. During my mage training, Yes?
Un ognomo mago.
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Bullizzato dai bambini.
Say, Professor,
What exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritas Serum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
Mi hanno già stufato questi mocciosi.
I will answer all your questions, but
un po' evasivi.
not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As
Pure.
everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic.
Non è vero.
To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last
Solo
800
uno?
years. He defeated Gremar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Andiamo a cercare la risposta
Oh,
su
man. Master
Google.
Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all these things. I know nothing.
E beh, allora forse non era il caso di
Easy,
farti
boy. Easy. Think.
diventare un professore di una scuola se non sai nulla, se non sai insegnare. Allora, diamo un'occhiata a questa stanza un po' incasinata.
The oldest shoe I've ever seen. It's so old it's even lost its ability to stink.
Abbiamo un animaletto, tra l'altro, sopra il letto.
Oh, maybe the shoe has a hole and the paper is supposed to protect the wearer from getting wet feet. It's a sheet from a book. It's folded in the middle and printed on both sides. That equals 4 pages. It wasn't torn out. It looks more like the glue weakened in the sheet.
Ah, qua sì, un'altra cosa che poi dovrò recuperare le pagine. Avevo letto di questa cosa. Sì, gireremo bene e recupereremo tutto.
A beautiful golden ear trumpet. One of my predecessors must have laid it up there. A very tall predecessor.
La stufa. C'è un po' di roba da guardare, da controllare qua, perché
School building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared just as suddenly once the war ended. There's a lot of magic in these old walls.
magia, tanta magia.
For example, and even though I've never put any wood in it,
Sempre accesa senza
a
legna,
magical stove is a fine
Quindi è una, sì, una stufa magica.
But in the summer, this
Indubbiamente.
small room could quickly become sweltering. Ow! That stone is definitely more than just warm.
Scotta. Fridolin, il coniglio pecora. Fridolin. Ciao Fridolin. Però prima voglio
It's
controllare.
just, a keepsake and some moral support from home.
Ah, dormi con
Moral
l'orsacchiotto?
support.
Per un supporto morale, lui lo definisce così. Allora, entra nella... No, non andiamo perché...
It can't be healthy in the long run for Fridolin to always eat parchment and old scrolls. Perhaps he'd like the pet food I bought.
È un po' di cibo per animali. Ah, perché mangia carne. È vero, c'ha un quaderno sotto, lo sta
Master Marcus and the architect
smangiucchiando.
were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching. This box was in a shop window down in the city. I thought it might be useful. After all, there are children with magic wands on it. But unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks. Like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat and the rabbit.
Apri il set di magia. Fatemi vedere.
A pair of dice, playing cards, and a guide on how to lead people up the garden path. That's just not right.
Ah, è per prestigiatori, non è una vera magia. Cianfrusaglie.
It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff.
Ah, non l'hai messa tu questa roba? Era già così?
School has a history, and when I have time, I'll rummage through it.
Cosa possiamo controllare?
Boxes are labeled. Hands off. Property of the half-blood prince. Schrödinger. That box could hold a dead cat.
Un gatto morto, oppure no. Ok, sfera magica. Ah, una sfera magica.
Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. Master Marcus explained it to me. You know how I contain those unruly students.
Ok, forse possiamo zittire quei bambini, però prima
Fresh,
la
cool
ciotola.
water for my roommate.
Ok. Un attimo.
These are the
Qua che
aviator
abbiamo?
goggles my granddad gave me before my first trip to
Occhiali da
Sicily.
aviatore. Ah, il suo nonno era un
Pair
aviatore?
of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me into the cannon. That's when I found out Grandad has a whole box of these goggles. Every
Ha
time
tanti
he tries to
occhiali.
persuade some idiot to do something stupid, he makes a rousing speech and then hands over his old aviator goggles.
Va bene, guarda la foto di famiglia.
My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Maggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines, but Grandad says there's no future in it. It wasn't easy to tell them I'm not an engineer, but a mage instead. Mum said she'd always suspected it. The bed is pretty cozy. It's so cozy that Friedlin is curled up in it. But that's okay. Friends share. And he lets me sleep at the foot end.
Ai piedi del
And
letto.
in a situation
Bene.
like this, I would have holed up in bed and hoped that everything would somehow take care of itself. But those days are gone. I'm a professor of magic and I have to solve my own problems.
Ok. Mi sa che quel quaderno poi mi servirà qualcosa, un attimo. Controlliamo prima la palla magica.
Tirelessly helping to rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely with the Archmage, albeit mostly in secret.
Ah, la bacchetta, ok, la bacchetta.
I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes it performs the most amazing magic, sometimes it can't even perform the simplest of tasks. Archmage Alistair's promised to have a look at it sometime. Maybe it has a loose connection or something.
Ah, coi cavi va. Ok, qua c'è la sfera magica. Diamo un'occhiata alla palla.
What was that number again? 647.
Ok, si illumina, funge.
Ah! Oh, wrong number!
Come hai sbagliato numero? Vabbè, dai.
This is Friedlin, my rabbit.
Il coniglio.
I had
Pecora.
to cast the transformation spell during my mage training. And this is the result.
Guarda Fridolin. Ok, devo fare qualcosa con Fridolin. Sì, perché mi sa che quel quaderno...
I've thought a few times about whether I should try to fully transform Friedlin into a sheep or back into a rabbit. He seems to be quite happy the way he is, and I'm afraid that I might accidentally transform him into an elephant or a skunk or a dog.
Hai paura che possa andare peggio di così? Qua abbiamo... Ok, prendiamo la...
I think we make a good team. A young mage and his rabbit sheep fighting side by side as a force for good. Unfortunately, Friedlin doesn't do much other than lay in bed and eat. I still have to convince him it's important.
Sì, io volevo prendere... Un attimo, volevo mettere... Del cibo.
Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll
Darti
give you
del
some
cibo?
delicious pet food and you give me my notebook back.
Ah, sì, il quaderno, vedete, serve il quaderno. Allora, facciamo cambio.
All right, me first.
È buono?
Okay. Now give me my notebook, please.
No,
Hey, I thought we had a deal.
a quanto pare no. Forse dovrei mettergli da mangiare un po' più in... Non lo so, un attimo.
Maybe I can lure Friedlin away
Sì,
from my
lontano dal quaderno, magari.
That's it. That's all there is. Hey,
Vai,
Friedlin,
mangia.
look, food. All you have to do
Food.
is hop over here and get it.
No, m'ha fregato.
Wow, my fried rabbit
E
sheep
non
is
si è
super
spostato,
flowers.
maledizione.
But now the food is gone and Fridlin is still hungry.
Eh sì, e ho sprecato il cibo e ho ancora
No
fame.
wonder I didn't do it
Sì,
right. It says
non andava così.
space-saving instant dry food. Soak in water before feeding.
Ah, ho una mezza idea. Prendi la ciotola, adesso sì che serve la
There's no
ciotola.
way I'm taking a bowl with me. I mean, how am I supposed to put a bowl of water into my pocket?
Ma non devi
without
portarla
getting
nel
my clothes soaking
vabbè,
wet?
nelle tasche,
It's
però.
not like I can just carry anything around. But I could use the bowl here in the
Appunto,
room.
qua. Adesso lui beve.
How about some water to wash the food down?
Dopo aver mangiato devi bere.
Pretty dry, right?
Bevi. Dovrebbe gonfiarsi, no?
See how
Credo.
well I take care of you? Then maybe we could talk about my notebook.
Sì, ha funzionato. È diventato un pallone, un pesce palla. Un pesce palla, coniglio, barra
Next time, promise.
pecora.
Sorry.
Lo so. Ok, dai, spostiamolo in là. Oh, abbiamo preso il quaderno. Alleluia. Ok. Mi dispiace, Fridolin. Posso tornare dalla sfera perché prima
It says,
abbiamo
Master Marcus, only in emergencies.
abbiamo sbagliato numero.
4179. This is definitely an emergency. I'm losing my students' respect before I even had it. Well, 6417 and 9.
C'è qualcuno in ascolto?
Yes? Hello?
Sì, c'è qualcuno.
Master Marcus!
Wilbur, what is it?
Tutte e tre sono valide. Effettivamente, tutte e tre le risposte potrebbero andarmi bene.
Well, there's this boy who's naughty and cheeky and he doesn't listen to me.
Wilbur, you're a teacher now. Of course the students are naughty and outrageous. You have to assert yourself.
Devi essere più
I've only been a
autoritario.
teacher for a few days and I'm all alone. And the school is eerie and there's no textbooks and no one wants to learn anything and...
Wilbur, no one expects you to be the perfect teacher right away. Wake your students' enthusiasm for magic. That would be a good start.
Sì, cosa mi piacerebbe molto ispirare i miei studenti. Perché devo insegnare qui da solo?
How can I inspire my students? I don't know anything about the history of magic.
Facciamo la prima e via, va.
Obviously not. Otherwise you would know that you'll never attract anyone with that subject.
But it's in the curriculum.
Oh, bugger the curriculum. Do what you're good at. Cast spells. Fill them with wonder. Make them want to be able to do the same.
But I don't know how.
Wilbur, you conjured a sheep out of a hat, and you didn't know how to do that either. Go out there and knock them dead. Let the magic do the work. You may not know what you're doing, but you're doing it.
Just do some magic.
Just do some magic.
Your brother called me a natural
No, ho schiacciato
talent.
subito.
I am really
Vabbè,
quite good at magic, right?
non
You
ho
did some
neanche
incredible
letto.
things during your training.
I just wish I could control the magic better. Sometimes it just bubbles out of me, and other times, nothing.
I think that will come with time. And if not, you will have to rely on your ingenuity.
Why do I have to teach it all alone?
Ah,
Why
ok,
aren't there any
posso
other teachers?
utilizzare,
Many
sfruttare
mages
tutte le
died during the
opzioni.
war. There were only a few of us left. And most of those who survived are now pursuing more lucrative activities.
Ci sono pochi
Alchemy,
maghi.
Ghost hunting, children's birthday parties.
But training new mages is important. If the rest are just out for the gold, then who will take care of the next generation?
Being a teacher is an important and honorable task, Wilbur, even when others fail to appreciate that.
If it's such an important task, why aren't you teaching at this school?
Potresti insegnare anche tu?
Politics. My brother is the Archmage, and he's in the
Ah,
middle
il
of an
fratello
election
dell'arcimago,
campaign.
lui.
If he were to give his own brother a job, well, his opponents would just love that. But I'm not angry. I did my part. I trained mages when no one else would. And I found the most talented gnome mage the world has ever seen.
Apparently there was a powerful gnome mage a long time ago. Did he kill any dragons?
According to legend, the last of the great dragons, Gremar, was defeated by a
Gremar
gnome.
si chiamava.
That's the one I mean. What was that gnome's name?
No one knows. He
Ah.
arrived at a time of great need.
Ah, Gremar era il drago, non il...
by accomplishing the impossible. Then he disappeared without a trace.
Wow. But one of my
Nome.
students asked me for his name.
Then he probably wanted to lead you up the garden path. Some students want to find your weaknesses and see how far they can go. Don't take any guff.
Thanks for your
Beh, è
help,
un
Master
po'
Marcus.
difficile,
I'll get
essendo
through
un
the lesson one way
ognomo.
or another, and now I'll get back in touch, okay?
Sorry, but no, Wilbur. You caught me packing. I'm off to spend 2 exciting weeks with a couple of friends.
What, you got on vacation? Well, now?
Maybe it's more than just a holiday. I sold the mage school, as you know. I want to start something new. Finally do what I really want to do. Role-playing games.
Piacciono anche a me i giochi di ruolo. Videogiochi di ruolo.
Live role-playing games. They start in a few days. We leave the normal world of magic, monsters and dungeons behind and immerse ourselves in a fantasy world. I play a
Qua al
removals
contrario.
contractor who is caught in a traffic
vedete?
jam with his truck and must therefore spend a night in a motel.
Carina
Can you
questa
imagine
cosa.
what adventures could be waiting there for me?
But I thought being a teacher was really important. And
Cose che per noi sono noiose, per loro sarebbero
Marcus.
bellissime, no?
Oh,
Perché sono due mondi completamente opposti. Qui che è un mondo fantasy e il mondo reale, e da noi che il mondo reale per loro è il mondo fantasy. Ok.
come on, Wilbur. You can do it. You can inspire your students.
Dai, facciamogliela vedere noi. Diamogli il ben servito a questi studentelli da strapazzo, questi bambinetti che non sanno stare al loro posto. Vai, vai,
So what
Wilbur.
about the magic runes?
No one knows the name of the gnome that defeated Grandma. Nice try. Feet off the desk, or I'll make it bite
Bravo,
them off.
così. Mettiti seduto, composto. C'è uno scheletro in alto, non l'avevo visto.
Ah,
Dentro
enough
la
with history
gabbia.
of Magic. Let's cast some spells. Fairy games doesn't sound bad, right?
Cosa sono, dei mostriciattoli?
Impossible!
Not bad, eh?
Un po' bruttini, però.
That is magic.
Magari
You
voleva
can learn how to control it.
creare delle fate, però.
That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do something else.
Domani un altro giorno si vedrà. Ok, questa mi sa che è la mamma della bambina, sì. Stessi capelli orribili.
Oh, sorry, honey. Get rid of that, will you? I need a word with Mr. Weathervane. Mr. Weathervane, nice to finally meet you in person.
And
E
you are-
lei è la madre.
How very precious. I rather thought it'd be wise to watch out for you, Mr. Weathervane.
Why watch out for me?
You only play the innocent little country yokel. I always knew that.
Campagnolo?
Your patron, Archmage Alistair, will not win the election against me. Did you know that we're only 3 points behind him in the latest polls?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Come posso aiutarla? Non avrebbe dovuto sparare alla mia fata. Come...
How may I help you?
Ma dai, dai.
Help me?
Cerchiamo di
One of the
essere
Archmage's
magari un po'
top men
più...
wants to help me. You know how the game is played, don't you, Weathervane?
What game?
che
Things
gioco?
are heating up. The house of cards is starting to collapse. I know it, and Alistair knows it too. We both lie low, waiting for the other to make a mistake. And he has made the first.
I'd rather play solitaire. Or can I just watch?
Anche io in realtà.
Well said, Weathervane. This time, there can be no spectators. Everyone is either for us or against us.
O bianco o
This
nero,
time, it's
capito?
about the future of this town and the entire country.
What mistake did the Archmage make?
Che errore ha
He
commesso?
hired you.
Ah, io.
A gnome with a
Cioè
fake
lui.
diploma issued by none other than the Archmage's brother Marcus.
Diploma fasullo.
I earned
L'ha comprato.
my diploma, honestly. I have passed all 3 of the exams and...
Gnomes know nothing of magic. Everyone knows that. And you've never taught before.
But Archmage Alistair believes in me.
As the head mage, he appoints the professors. But I'm the merchant council leader and I assign the administrative posts. Headmaster Block will reveal your incompetence and the newspapers will report on the Archmage's dubious personnel policy before the election.
Abbiamo un nuovo
You
nemico,
should
una
not just
nuova
shot my
nemica.
fairy.
Do not underestimate me, Mr. Weathervane. I am very well aware that those are not fairies. Cobolus Vergastus, flying kobolds. Don't tell me you conjured them up yourself.
Yes, I did. All 5 of them.
Amazing! Powerful magic is needed to manifest living creatures. That is why most necromancers only reanimate skeletons. Dead matter can be much more easily controlled, as of course you know. Or should know.
The new headmaster. Who is he?
Il nuovo preside.
Horatius Block. A
Block.
good man. Very correct and very strict.
If he can help this school return to its former glory, I look forward to working with him.
Former glory? This old ruin, it was already run down back in my day. And wherever it was for the last 20 years, it definitely looks like they didn't have any cleaners.
Ed
My
è un,
friend,
un bravo uomo,
Archmage Alistair,
l'arcimago.
is better suited to bring the city and the country back into shape than anyone else.
Oh, you believe that? He is a great mage. Anyone who doubts that is mad. And he was a great leader during the war, most of the time. But what we need now is someone who understands the economy.
Vabbè, è un mago, non è un economista.
I am a rich and successful merchant. I have rich and successful friends. Who could be better suited to making others rich and successful?
Alistair would step down for you if he believed that.
You know what?
Questa è la classica, so
Absolutely,
tutto
you're
io.
right. Strange, isn't it? How little he worries about defending his power.
So I guess it's all been said, hasn't it?
Sì, basta
Indeed.
parlare.
You're on a sinking ship, Weathervane, but I could still be convinced to throw you a life preserver.
I trust the Archmage.
Then, Mr. Weathervane, you shall perish with him.
Lo stai minacciando? Ci
Here,
stai minacciando?
elect Sybil Van Buren. She knows how to get it done. Come along, honey. We're leaving.
There aren't any of these in my book of fairy tales, Mama.
I know, honey. Who wants to look at something that ugly?
Can you turn him into a unicorn? Or the Cheshire Cat? Or the Frog Prince?
Ma dai. Va bene, ci salutiamo qua per oggi. Io sono soddisfatto, sono stanco e noi ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao!